be talking about the differences between books and movies and answering some questions on stuff about that. I think movies can give sort of more atmosphere sometimes with music and camera angles and facial expressions, which can be sort of more relatable for viewers. But then speech isn't always as like powerful as description, and talented writing can give just as good an atmosphere. And books sort of allow you to imagine things more yourself, and like the detail can make you think more. Movies often cut down the stories as well if they're an adaptation of the book, so you don't always get the full story. And films can't always capture the hidden emotion of a character, as they can only speak. I mean, they could have a voiceover, but it's sort of not as effective as having the book tell you what they're feeling. And one-person narrative can be sometimes tricky to get everyone's opinion and to capture like events that the one character telling the story can't see. So a film could capture a lot of different opinions, so it gives maybe more of a view of the story to viewers. Well, I think both of them have different purposes and also maybe different audiences. I think maybe if a person struggled with reading but still really enjoyed the story and stuff, it might be easier for them to watch the film, and then that would sort of open the world of the book more and maybe make it easier for them to read it if they already know what's sort of going to happen. So I think that kind of helps people in that way. And films don't really require the same amount of effort and descriptive sort of build-up. So if a site sort of sets the scene and kind of everything happens quicker because you don't have sort of the description before speech. Sort of in a film, you know if a character's angry, sort of you can see it, but in a book you need to describe it in a clever way just to make sure you understand. So. Yeah. And also you can take a book anywhere and just open it and read it, so the story will sort of stay longer in your head if it's spread out over time, whereas a movie is just sort of there in front of you when you watch it. Well, I think both can sort of add to each other, the book and the film. I don't think they're necessarily always better, though generally, in my opinion, they are, because I love reading. So I think sometimes it's really nice to see a book you love brought to life. For instance, for me, like Harry Potter, I love those films, and I thought it was really cool to sort of see the world of Hogwarts, and now I kind of picture it when I'm reading, so I think that helps. And if films are good of the book, then it can sort of make the book feel better as well, and you can kind of see things in a different light. But sometimes it's just different and not really a comparison, and you just enjoy both of them. I think, in my opinion, The Hunger Games, I think they're both really good, and I don't really compare them, I just enjoy them both as different things. I always like it when authors are involved in the making of films. I think you can really tell, like in Perks of Being a Wallflower, the author was really involved in the film, and I think that made a difference and made it a lot more true to the book, which I like. Many people sort of genuinely prefer the books to their films as they're normally out first, I suppose, and you sort of feel a loyalty towards the book as you read it. Sort of like when an artist covers a track you've heard before, you kind of always prefer the first one. So I think it's sort of, for me, it's kind of the same. But then also I guess seeing the film first could like make you read the book. So if you like the story, then you sort of want to see the difference between that and the film, and also if you've seen the film, it gets more people talking about it, and there's more publicity for the whole story of it, and people would probably be more interested, so it brings the story to more people. And some people would never read the book, but watching the film can still bring the story to them and involve them in it, so kind of like what I was saying before, if you struggle with reading. I think it probably worked with sort of Harry Potter and Twilight and The Hunger Games, those sort of things, because the films are so big and there's a great cast, and it sort of probably really promotes a good story of the book as it's played well. And also if there's suspense in a series and people are waiting for the next film to come out, they might want to go and buy the book because it's already out, and they might like go and buy more of it if they enjoyed the first film before the others come out in a series. Yeah.